I think what you were saying with Hoyt being the standout player, very, very true. I think when we're talking about Goonchamp and Messick, we're talking about incomplete players. They've got the aspects of top players, but then are maybe missing out in one or two areas. And I think their cohesion as a team is going to be all the more important because of that, because the individual game sense of Goonchamp and Messick might not quite be there. Off the bat, we're on Goonchamp.
Yeah. It's like when the game's closer and you're against tougher opponents, you know, it's always going to challenge you more. Your little decision making will, you know, greatly impact, you know, what's happening with your team. And you can see him in Board in for Life pushing himself. That's a little decision making, you know, that really helped his team. So I think this match they won't be pushed as hard as they can be throughout the tournament, but we'll see. Goonchamp going to throw it up to mid-level, the first MacGuffin pickup. Looking to drop down into red. Finally wants to go towards his base, and actually Hoyt's there already, and I think Hoyt looks like he's got a pincer and a rocket launcher. Yeah, he does, and he's picked up the blue armor, so pretty nice position from Hoyt here. He can defend or he can push on to the Vindicator, and it looks like he wants to do everything at once. Looking for angles to defend, but also trying to cover the Vindy.
Vindicator does spawn, picked up by Griffin, but he's going to fall just as quickly, and it's Messick on the power-up with the shaft, and should be a defense here. He's going to come up and a little bit scared of the blast around this corner. Will take down Griffin, but so scared about giving away this power-up right now for good reason. There's Brick with the pincer. Predictably so, but Hoyt's going to take him down, and ooh, I like this. I like this a lot. Just giving themselves an
important to
extra
leave yeah, also important to leave the pincer there for your teammate to pick up. Gonna push the gel doors or the tree doors a little bit. Doesn't get much done. Zane gonna come in with machine gun, gets the frag. Actually, Brick comes in and helps him. So this is a nice pickup, but very weak are the team. So Brick already kind of exposed himself. It's really up to Griffin to hold the front lines, and he does do so. Griffin with the armor. Nice throw to Zane. Nice coordination there. And it looks like that should be a cap. Zane might be alone for a few seconds though, so doesn't get a lot done. And now 3 members from Egg Control in, and they're going to throw it into the kind of arena area, and then they're going to drop it. Brick, nice push back in, throws it over the point. He's like, ah, cap, no. But over 50% already for Egg Control.
Yeah, I'm liking the look of Egg Control a lot so far. Brick now setting up for the defense. Hasn't got an enemy, looks a little bit lost without one. Will get that frag though with a great rocket, and then a follow-up, but it's Messick once again. I feel like he's just got a multi-kill after multi-kill already in this round.
Yeah, we figured out that throw pretty late when I was subbing and playing with Silence and Latromi, but you can throw it all the way down to the red. They did have a player there, but so far not a cap. Brick gonna pick up the MacGuffin before it's secured by Egg Control. Red armor in 10 seconds. Gonna drop down. Gonna try and pass as Vindicator spawns, and this will probably guarantee a cap. They might give away the Vindy. It's on Hoyt, but he's very low HP. And now he's got some tough decisions to make. He wants that red armor. That's an easy decision. And the 50. So looks like it could be a counter cap here.
Absolutely. Takes down Griffin. Chunks Brick and
doing a lot of good work here.
Surely. Oh, yeah. Brick, you are a monster.
Yeah, really nice from Brick. A lot of players often show themselves in rooms. What Brick did was just hide behind that pillar with rocket launcher and just wait. Wait until the enemy made a move on the point, see the little progress bar, and then actually counter with rocket play. And Brick really saving that situation as well, getting the cap. Yeah, Brick stock has gone up this game so far.
Worth more than a brick. Somehow,
Brick's
how does
worth
that
more.
work?
The brick stock's gone up. Brick's worth more. It's like Bitcoin.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
But now everybody else's value changes in accordance to that.
Yeah.
So you've
been
Brick
is the yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Worth a few less bricks now.
It's like how there is the kilogram by which all other kilograms are measured. Hoyt with the pincer trying to get a little bit of space for Messick to move out. He's gonna win that fight versus Sane. Get on the red as well. This could be a handy little run, but
nice one point there. Oh,
yeah. Let's listen in. I want to see near the end of this round.
Let's go into Minority Report I'm sure this should be theirs, so let's go listen in and see how they're doing.
Okay. 52 red. I'm gonna try and save it here for you.
I'm not going there because they're going to be there.
They
Get the point. Get the point.
Next one, 17.
If we cap, we
We
win.
got Mega.
Just come for the point. Hold the point.
Trying.
We got power
Because
up.
they have to tell it.
I'm here on point. One above.
Nice job.
Good job, guys.
Good job, Brick.
We can stay with them a
easy
little
as
bit
that.
as we go into the
Team
next
leader,
round
I
as
like.
well.
Break,
So-
you're so above the curve.
I love it. Meta.
Meta game. I'm at rail.
I'm gonna take. I'm at our
27
mids.
red.
There's one at red.
One railed at rail, Messick low. Railed on their point as well.
One at rail. Boomster.
They're pushing me red.
27. I'm coming.
Yes. I'll be late to it.
There's one down.
Someone go roots.
I'm getting red.
Shit.
Throw it red if you
Go
can.
roots. Okay,
I'm
well,
at Mega. Throw Mega.
I'm dead. We need more on point.
I'm throwing a mega.
Mega.
Stay up there.
Fucking fell.
Fell.
It's alright.
He's hurt with it. He threw it.
Roots. He's
dead, he's
dead.
down.
Roots. You can throw it on point.
Come in.
You're good.
Hey,
52
just
red.
happens.
I'm going for
By the
mega
way.
here.
One on
Let's do it
point.
mega. Let's do it mega.
Dead.
One going red pad.
Yes,
Red
I'm
is
trying
we
to
can
kill.
check.
two. I'm
with
at
them a
red.
little bit
I'm at red.
later.
Alright.
I'm gonna go to their point with you.
I think they're like the loudest team so far I've heard. A lot more comms than others, and that's really paying off for them, at least on the first round, and we'll see how it does. Second, Brick getting a compliment from his team at the end of the round one as well. And yeah, Brick playing very well so far. First player on his team to hit 3k damage. Puts a little bit of pressure into Hoyt. Messick on the other side playing well for his team, and so just on the damage output.
Yeah, Brick. Really leading the way with Messick on the damage. Lovely stuff from the both of them. Hoyt's trying to get back up there himself, though. Going to be knocked down, but Messick's there to cap and collect the power up as well. Now, the classic defensive position. 1v3, though. Messick taken down. And that's going to be pretty clean, pretty simple cap for Sane and Co, I think. Maybe not.
Almost.
All three fall.
Gets pincered twice. Oh, well, that throw is so risky. But actually, it kind of baits Brick into getting blown up by rockets. And Messick using the blaster routes up the stairs to get a clean cap there. And he's got teammates on point. And Hoyt now has a chance to kind of show off some of his mechanics. We already see him doing very nicely. He's going to be cooling that player's coming in top. A little bit out of position, but gets another blue. He's had, I think, 2 blues on this defense himself. Doesn't want to jump up there too successfully, but I think Goon-Champ already did the initial damage. So this is very dangerous now for the team of Minority Report. Especially when Hoyt is feeling himself on defense. Misses a shot onto Zane. Zane with the red armor. Throws it up
This
to
is
Brick.
quite a
Brick
crucial
actually caught that on the way down. Yeah, I think Brick knows how to cap in these situations though, so he should be able to make it through. He's not going to want to contest Vindy. You can see he's even doesn't care. He can just run through middle. And that's a cap. And then the Vindicator's going to go on Griffin. So pretty great situation for his team. If Griffin gets back into base. And even if he just wants to kind of play with the machine gun a little bit, but doesn't need to, hits 2 back-to-back pincers. This is going to be secure for a few more % easily. And Griffin pushing out for the Mega.
Fish in a barrel right now. Griffin can't miss. He's got the hot hand, and he's feeling very good right now, I'm sure. Vindy will fade.
Yeah, Griffin, for people that haven't seen him in a tournament before, he didn't play last time. You know, he was a very formidable kind of jeweler in Quake 4. So the more time he gets to play, just really the better he gets. And so far, you know, you can see he's shaking off a little bit of rust, but a lot of it is just very natural for him. And, you know, he's really made this situation a lot easier to defend for a huge amount of % now as they get into the 90% mark. So maybe we can check in with Minority Report again and see if they can finish up this map. That's where Jeha's like, I wasn't listening, but did he say something? Jeha.
Until we hear Minority Report.
Minority
I'll
Report.
ramble.
Go. It's alright, it's over. But we're listening.
We'll listen to the
Great job,
celebrations.
guys.
Yeah, nice one, boys.
They get to pick again.
Thanks. Oh, what a shame.
Hopefully they pick Wellspring.
Good job on the timings.
It's brick.
I'm pretending I have friends, James.
Shit.
Yeah, it's like we're on the winning team. It's a good feeling. Right, well done, everybody. Yeah, they might pick
Of
Wellspring.
course, you'd
hopefully,
know a thing
who
about
knows?
winning, wouldn't you?
Give me 1 sec.
I am a winner. This is true. Okay, so we're gonna get another pick here from the team that came through in the top 4, which was Egg Control. Brick, Zane, and Griffin came through the second qualifier, which is why they didn't get the first pick. So, you know, going into it, they were meant to be the underdogs in terms of qualification. I gave them a 50-50. They look a lot better than they did even just 2-3 days ago. So you can see Griffin a little bit lower on the damage output, but maybe they're just synergizing better. And I think Brick really stepped up his game compared to, you know, where he was when he was playing with Sidegib. He got a lot more room to shine, and he definitely kind of shined in MacGuffin. But I think that's kind of Brick's strength when it comes to these objective game modes. Like he comes from CTF primarily, had some success there in Quake Live. I think he won a tournament when he was playing with Waz and some other players at QuakeCon. Long time ago though. So objective modes is really up his street. So it'd be interesting to see if Egg Control want to do Wipeout.
They do. We're going to Wellspring. For just the second time today, seeing a Wipeout map, and I rejoice. It is my favorite mode after all. But I'm not allowed to sing.
I like how
apparently, so-
teams are evolved in it. Like, a lot of people are learning that death rotation, how important it is. You know, if you win the first fight, but you've got 2 alive, you need to heal them up quickly and get them frontline so the player respawning in your team with armor doesn't take the brunt of the next fight engagement's damage. If you win the first fight with only 1 alive, that player needs to engage first, while the 2 players with, you know, armor kind of back up. So players are learning that the player that doesn't have armor needs to open up the rooms for the players with armor to come in and clean them up. And it's, you know, Team Liquid are doing that very well. I'm sure other teams are, you know, doing it almost as well, but we'll see. Map 2.
And we've seen a few different approaches to Wellspring. Some have the gentleman's agreement and we'll meet at the top and we'll brawl it out, and others, it's a much more slow, considered, and pincer-heavy game. Thus far, we're seeing a lot of coordination and grouping up from both sides here. Of course, it is hard to sort of flank or get the 1v1s if one team really commits to moving as a 3. Broken up now, though. And you can see the movement from Hoyt. You were saying such a mechanically gifted player, the standout for sure. Though Messick put in perhaps a better innings on Sunken. We'll see if that changes in the Wipeout. Hoyt already getting it done. A fancy move with the Implosion Weeble as well. Yeah, he's looking good.
Is Hoyt still on his first life as he died? Is this the second? We'll find out.
Life.
First life for Hoyt. So they held on to their lives for a long time here, the Egg Control, but they did get the high ground position initially. Already now, like Griffin and Zane are hiding down the bottom. And it looks like they're just trying to chase. Brick being sneaky, actually getting a pretty decent amount of damage and opening up the fight, and it's Hoyt that now has to survive, and he's being pushed away with the pincer, being chased down.
Easy!
He could take this one-on-one fight. Griffin going in with rockets, changing to Shaft, and actually Hoyt gonna come out on top, and that's the mechanics we love to see from him. And Griffin, unfortunately, I think that Shaft's pick was, I wouldn't say it was wrong, it was just Hoyt played around it. So he came in with rockets, looked good, switched to Shaft, and you can see here, like, the team of Egg Control get the top, they're not contested, and this is one of the things that I think someone complained to me, I think it was Hoyt or Vedmedic, about, like, you know, meeting Team Liquid at top, like, why would you do that? And I was like, well, you know, it's better than just losing map control. But actually this time round, you know, they, despite giving away the top Minority Report, they pushed through the teleporter down by the bridge and actually wiped the enemy team, but we'll see. But yeah, I prefer meeting up top, no matter if the team feels stronger than you, because it gives you a better chance to get map control. I think it's more important.
Right. I think this is a 3-frag lead, or it was. It's now going to be diminished a little bit, but the side of Minority Report should have an advantage here. Death timing going to be hugely important. I'm going to switch over to Hoyt now. Did so much in that last round, is just healing up now, but Brick comes barreling in, taking down the crossfires there. Goonchamp to capitalize. Griffin now trying to push in himself, and opportunity knocks. Oh, he wishes he hit that. Oh, no way. Okay, Goonchamp falls. Let's listen in to the boys of Egg Control for this next round.
On the top.
Top? No. They're all here. Balcony side. I can't see shit. I'm in a smoke. I directed Brick.
No.
I'm passive here. I'm healing dirt. Healing dirt.
Okay. I'm pushing Val.
Let me know if they drop back dirt.
Val still.
What's new?
Yeah,
I mean-
I directed him.
Weak. He's so weak.
Yeah.
That's his second death. I spawn.
Get aggressive.
Okay. Probably
Top water, directed.
One top.
Twice.
Top water now. He's going
Bottom
statue.
water.
Dead.
Weak. Weak bottom water.
Yes. I'm going
Statue.
Tactor. Good job.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and that's
Beautiful stuff.
that was the first time that they got contested top. They pushed 2 players into balcony. I don't like having 2 players play that back balcony. 1 player is enough. It opens up the angles. The other 2 should be playing somewhere around the middle, or the this balcony here that we see Goonchamp on. So I think despite contesting top, they did it wrong. And now actually that might kind of scare Minority Report away of that tactic. I think they could have done better, but Goonchamp really stepping up here. Last round, great. Really nice use of the Implosion Weevil. Gets a lot of rocket damage onto Zane. Hoyt's first death is now respawned. Messick waiting for timing to go with Hoyt, and it looks like they're going to attack Bell. They're going to catch 2. Unfortunately for Messick, walks into so much damage as they have a really nice kind of setup here. And Hoyt knows that this is bad, and he's going to back off. So that push into Bell against the 3, there was 2 on the floor, grenades being spammed, 1 on the balcony shooting down, and Hoyt actually double backs into the same room. Very smart. Looks like he's going to go on the other side of the map, stays on this side of the map, and that's going to allow his teammates to respawn. But really, they have to do a lot now. But Hoyt does have high ground, so if his teammates now have a route into high ground. Nice pincer shot by Zane. I think Hoyt, yeah.
Just going to push in. Okay, that doesn't go too bad. Goonchamp, though, on his own, 1v1 versus Sane. Slight advantage, both with the Siphonator. The rockets out from Sane, not doing that much. Goonchamp with the shaft, a whole lot better, but the pincer comes in, and I think they're maybe going to mutually disengage. Wishful thinking on my part. Hoyt,
yeah, well, we've got Hoyt back up and Griffin. Hoyt get a low ground spawn by the water. He's got to be careful about how he gets to high ground. Now, he wants to maybe heal his teammate because you don't need another death onto Goonchamp here. So pulling him over for a heal would have been nice, but they don't need it. Hoyt pushes in by himself into Bell. Going to lose his teammate Goonchamp, and now he's up versus 3. No, sorry, just got Messick back.
Oh, but this fight's going very poorly for Hoyt, and just taken down. Messick left alone, and well, for 22 seconds, this could be a tall task for him.
Yeah, he shouldn't be able to do this, but we'll see. He does take down 1.
Wipe
Fights
out.
Griffin 1-on-1 on top of balcony, gets him as well. Playing backwards defense versus Brick, using the shaft nicely. Messick actually hitting very hard here. I would say that Brick going up.
Oh no!
The pads! And Messick 1v3s, and Brick had to wait 2 more seconds for Zane, and it's 3-1 to Head Control. And yeah, Messick proving as well that, people don't just talk about, some of Hoyt's mechanics here.
Yeah,
He's been
absolutely
great so far.
looking superb. He had there was an iffy moment by Bell in the last round where his engagement went so horribly wrong that what was supposed to be a fairly contentious 3v3 just turned so quickly, but he redeems himself at the end of the round, and that's what matters. 3 plays 1. And we could be going to a map 3 sooner rather than later, but this is a good start for Griffin and Co. I'm going to switch to Sane. Now we can hear the screams of Hoyt. will put him in an early grave, and yeah, I believe that's a 2 frag advantage for
Yeah, they've got
Minority
high
Report.
ground now as well. Minority Report. So this looks good for them. They've been spread out quite a lot through these matches, and their attacks have been really spread out as well. They push like 1-on-1-1-1 kind of thing. It's, you know, very unlike some of the European teams, or the, you know, really just push together as quickly as, you know, as much damage as they can do. This does seem to be a little bit slower and more controlled from Minority Report. It does somewhat hurt them. I think creating a bit of a mess could help them. Brick now to defend 1v3, gets 2.
Is he?
Zane to respawn. And he's got
Brick
eyes on
stock's
Goon
looking
Champ, which is
fantastic
huge
right
for
now.
Zane.
Invest in Britcoin
Should
now,
be
ladies
the
and
round.
gentlemen.
3-2.
Shall we have a listen in to Minority Report as they attempt his comeback?
Let's do it.
They're in the smokes.
Up in a sec.
That
Get
one
aggressive
balcony.
here. Get aggressive.
Okay.
One balcony. One balcony.
Goon low. Goon 5 HP top water.
We're gonna push through this. We can die.
One. Yep.
2 top.
Two
Top. They're
bell.
fucking low. Both screaming top mid. One balcony. One balcony also screaming. Both screaming.
Yeah, but like we gotta wait for you, man.
Yeah, it's okay.
But the dirt.
I'm separating from you.
Yep.
One statue.
Screaming Hoyt.
We got dirt.
I'm
I'm
gonna.
on the first spawn. I'm
Brick
on first
here.
spawn. Brick, you go
Brick
die
on
after if
you.
you're first
Yeah.
spawn.
Let's follow Zane if we can.
Going
GMT.
top mid. Top mid one.
Careful, Tom.
Balcony. Dirt.
Yeah, one
Trying to
dirt.
die. Don't die, guys. What the
Stay
fuck
there.
are they?
The one was dirt. Like the fewer.
Oh, they're courtyard.
Okay.
Yeah, courtyard. 2 of them.
Wait.
One
Frick,
railed
wait for
courtyard.
Playing Belk. One
You guys
bell.
need to group up.
Top bell,
dude.
top bell, top bell. I'm with you.
Two upper
Stay
water.
alive,
Two
stay
upper
alive,
water.
Stay alive, stay alive.
Two upper water, bro. I'm back at 10.
Yep.
I'm playing
I'm healing.
courtyard. Playing
I think they're
courtyard.
dirt.
Dirt.
Pretty sure they are. Yes.
Yeah, both
Yeah, they're
dirt,
dirt.
both dirt. I smoked it.
Probably top now.
One
Yes.
upper, yeah, upper top.
They went through telly. One drop rail.
One drop, dead.
I'm going through telly here.
Hey, aggro, 15 seconds.
Yep. They went
Bottom
mid.
water, dirt one.
Dirt.
Two dirt. Push them.
Coming.
Goon only hit for
They're
70.
both here.
Yeah,
you-
Yeah, you're fucked. He has 2.
That was a nice shot on his behalf.
He was it.
Griffin giving some props there to the enemy team.
Yep.
And it looks like we're going to go into map 3. So the 50-50 odds I gave both these teams against each other wasn't so out of whack.
As always, James, you look very smart and handsome.
It's just because I'm wearing a suit. But no one
Are
can
you really?
see.
I'm wearing a nice cashmere jumper. I've made the effort.
Yeah.
You know, it's got to be done.
Yeah, I felt like the round that they got quite convincingly in Minority Report was when you saw them group at the top as 3 after the first respawns of deaths, right? But other than that, they didn't really seem together as much when they were pushing in and doing damage. You know, when Zane was looking for people coming out of bottom garden through the TP, you know, you sat there waiting on one pincer shot, and he missed it, unfortunately. 70 damage, you're down the drain. But it's also, there's no presence on the map from that position. So the enemy team are able to kind of move around, and perhaps moving into the other balcony above the bell would have been a better situation, because if they come through, you got an easier pincer shot. If they rocket jump up, you're going to get a lot of shaft damage. I felt that, you know, some of their decisions weren't really making it hard for the enemy team, so to speak. I felt that the egg control had a lot more room to maneuver around the map, and that really just helped him out. So the final map is going to be Furnace. So they decide that no, they can actually play Wipe. Maybe they've not been having much success on Extinction, but they want to go Wipeout. So here we go.
All right, well, I support it, and well, it's Furnace. If Brick's Pincer can ever be of use, it's here. We're going to be on board with Sane to begin. So we will have a little bit of a squabble. Brick the first to fall. Sane will take down Messick though, and these jumping pincers, lovely stuff. Really, really nice. Going 1 for 1, 2 for 2. Just slugging it out. Not the most cerebral of things we're watching right now, but fairly entertaining though. All the same.
Yeah, both teams feeling each other out, so to speak, on this map. Zane versus Hoyt at the beginning with the pincer, both trading pretty equally. Zane needs his first death, which is why he's walking in first through his slow weeble. Griffin, I think he's on his second life. I'd imagine he died up top. So his death here is going to be quite crucial for his team, and he probably wants it to happen sooner rather than later, so he's going to put some pressure down. Doesn't actually drop, so I hope that's Griffin's first death. Yeah, it is. Okay, nice. So Griffin held onto his life for a long time, so now they can start to regroup here, Minority Report, and if they do so successfully, they'll be in a good position. Forcing Hoyt down to lower ground, and he's already like, okay, my teammates are going to die, we're going to wait for their second respawns, and then they have to win off the second respawns, I feel like. So Hoyt just holding out in blue.
We'll hear them coming. Implosion Weeble there to help, but he misses the RJ and now turns and fights. Kills Griffin. Sane's here though and gets the job done. Messick and Goonchamp could be dangerous here though up against Sane and Griff. I think they should be aggressive. They should try and capitalize on this 5 seconds where Griffin isn't up, but it's not going to go their way. Goonchamp one-on-one, but there's the respawn for Griffin, and it becomes a much more difficult situation.
Yeah, Egg Control won that situation pretty big. Yeah, they won that situation pretty big. Zane, nice to kind of, I think it was pushing Goonchamp or Messick away. But the pincer shots from the top, pushing down onto Brick. Brick missed his, got hit with 3 in a row, had to back off. Zane had to kind of take up the front line, did get the kill, but losing Brick without putting any damage output really in that situation reduces the Brick stock, and unfortunately loses the round for him. So again, you can see that the top, they're quite comfortable pushing Egg Control, just the whole top. So they've already pushed away the enemy team, and now they're going to corner Brick. So let's go listen into their comms and see how they're handling Furnace together as we listen in on Egg Control. Egg Control.
Dead. Healing, banana. Double it. Can someone double it?
One stop, correct it. Railed. I'll triple. Let's push top.
One's basement.
Pushing me.
We're all split.
Okay.
Okay, Griffin took a lot.
1L.
There was one top. One was top.
Yeah, railed him.
Banana, pushing banana.
I'm
None
still
of
on
us
my
have died,
foot.
right? Yeah. Railed Brick
I'm dead.
twice.
I cracked Sane. 2 seconds. 1
One.
second.
Nice.
Nice.
Good shot.
Okay,
I'm pushing
I'm
top.
blue. Pushing top pipe.
One
Center,
blue.
blue. Cracked blue.
Here.
Railed.
I'm getting in blue.
Cracked blue.
Dead.
Keep
Hoyt's
aggressive.
first death, by the way.
Pushing top.
I'm checking L. He is L.
Nice.
10 seconds.
Probably spawned blue.
I'm checking. Yep, blue.
Yeah, blue.
Cracked him. Fuck.
Okay.
Healing. Let's
They're
heal.
gonna-
Right here.
We need to go. They're spawning orange.
Okay, go.
They're gonna have 2 fully stacked
Yep.
players.
He RJ
Yeah,
top.
one. He didn't. He
2L.
dropped to L.
Railed
Directed
Brick.
twice top Griffin.
We need to be careful.
Yeah. They'll just try to delay. I'm running.
Full delay, yeah.
Cracked Brick.
You guys are both railable.
Yeah, I'm dead.
Oh.
No.
Really, really unlucky round for them there. The advantage they had kind of got nullified when they wanted to heal up in the blue. It's understandable that they wanted to do that, but they had the big advantage. And Brick actually contesting top now, being front line and doing a great job. So I feel like this round could carry some momentum. 3 frags already, and yeah, it's the first time that they actually control top themselves. And Brick did a really nice job just standing front line with the rocket launcher. There's not a big difference between damage between teams. Brick this time, sometimes that's how the rocket launcher fight goes. You get pushed away, you get destroyed. Yeah. And you can see that it's going to be a little bit of advantage for egg control at the start of this round.
Yeah, and well, it's a little longer than the last one at the very least. Goon-champ struggling here, gets a nice rocket onto Brick, but it's Messick left alone. First lives down for both Goon-champ and Hoyt. Beautiful stuff from Messick there. And I think what you were saying earlier, just Messick looking mechanically every bit as good as the more hyped player in Hoyt.
Yeah, well, Hoyt,
Very good
I think
indeed.
Messick can do his mechanics a little bit faster, actually. I think he's getting in more interesting combat situations. Hoyt seems to be calling what they need to do, a little bit more in-game leader role. You know, somewhat positioned a little bit more defensively. But great on the defense, but I think Messick, and Goon-champ being a little bit more aggressive, and it seems overall to be working out in Wipeout despite being 1 round down. But they've got Brick on a 30-second respawn timer, Zane now on a 35-second respawn timer, so with Goon-champ respawning, it's all on Griffin. And he's trying to hold top, sees 2 players in the hill, gets a lot of HP, has his own smoke as well. And if he holds out for Brick, it would be great, but he wants to go aggressive. I mean, he's making the most of the situation. If he can get Brick up and get that kill, it gives a really big chance here for the respawns, because Zane, who was on a 40-second respawn timer, is now coming back in. So Griffin, Rockets, saving this round for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was tremendous play from him. The veteran savvy. He just looked pretty calm, looked pretty collected, and made it happen. Messick left alone for 8 seconds, and he's not going to live long at all. That is the round going the way of Minority Report. 3-1. They didn't look so great on Wellspring, but the Furnace pick is looking very good indeed.
Love this position from Zane. 1 person on bridge is huge. Hoyt gets knocked off and then gets tracked down with the shaft. And that's what your bridge player does. They're not the one that they don't get hit, the bridge player. They play behind the your teammates. And you just do a lot of outgoing damage. And already, you know, the first round of frags from that positioning to top is going to go to Minority Report. This round will push him in, you know, further into the upper bracket. Bit of damage from Zane before he goes down there.
All left to Brick, but his team will be coming in soon. Messick maybe biting off more than he can chew, and Brick will close it out. 2-1, and the series goes the way of Minority Report.